Maps in Counter-Strike have always been hit or miss. You either love some maps or hate them with a passion. But even your favorite maps started off being terrible. So let's go over 3 maps that have completely changed since their initial release in Counter-Strike. At number 3, we have 2014 Overpass. What if I told you this map used to be worse than it already is? If we take a look at the A side of the map, you can see that long looks a little bit different. Instead of having the option to go from bathroom to long and vice versa, you had to go all the way around from fountain. Also, bank wasn't even a thing yet. When rotating from CT spawn to B site, you did still have 2 options. 1, you could either go down to B heaven, or 2, go down to graffiti. But the weirdest thing about old Overpass was how graffiti connected to connector. A common theme on this map is how tight and narrow everything is without any room to breathe. I thought the current version of Overpass was already CT sided, but the old version is much worse. Now when we go over the B site, the water area is just confusing and broken. The CTs had an ability to peek from this missing spot near T boost, but the most interesting part of this site is the upper monster area. One of the things I hate most about this map is coming out of monster. It's so narrow and one smoke from the CTs blocks off this section of the map. I wish that they kept this in the current version of Overpass, because having another option to peek from monster could help the map not feel so CT sided. And if you thought that looked weird, just wait for this next map. At number 2, we have 2017 Vertigo. This map used to be a complete mess. I have never seen a map with so many rat spots. Coming out of T-spawn, there was a ladder that you could use to boost up for a really fast A push, which was a cool concept, but kind of weird at the same time. A ramp kind of stayed the same, but there were 2 ladders to get up side hall, which made it awkward to take a site. There was so much clutter on the old version of Vertigo, and there were so many spots that you could get on top of, creating these off angles that were impossible to counter. The most interesting part of the map was a middle. There were no stairs for the T's to enter B site, and instead the entrance was connected to middle. There was only one way to enter B site on this map, unless you went through CT spawn, which rarely happened because of the rotates. Vertigo has always been hit or miss for me, but I definitely don't prefer this version of it. And if you thought Vertigo was bad, this last one was even worse. At number 1, we have 2016 Nuke. In today's Counter-Strike, this map is becoming a frontrunner for the best map in the game, but the old version used to make me want to cry whenever I played it. The most significant change that this map went through was to the outside area. There was a railing that led all the way up to heaven, which was very annoying. Almost every single round, you would have one person lurking up A heaven, giving you a free A bomb site most of the time. Hut used to have this window, which was a nightmare to push out of. And when we take a look at the B site, instead of the vents leading to the stairs outside of control room, it led right onto the site. Also, there was this weird back room where people could hide, and most of the time you would get a free kill just sitting in this spot. Nuke has gone through so many changes over the years, and now it's in the best state that it's ever been in. Maps in Counter-Strike never start off perfect or even good for that matter, but after a lot of changes over the years, they are shaped into something we either love or hate. And thank God we don't have to deal with this railing on Nuke anymore.